Imagine this. You're a Native American in 1492. A European missionary shows up. First anyone in these parts has ever met. He dramatically warns you that you better not act like the people of Noah, saying that if you do, God might punish you with another flood or some other epic disaster. But here's the thing, Noah? You've never heard of him. And the flood? So what do you even do with that? It's like someone warning you about the dangers of quicksand when you've never even seen sand, let alone quicksand. Now, let's rewind. Like 850 years to Arabia. The Quran, which was being recited by Muhammad, talks a lot about Noah. And not just Noah, there's also Jesus, Mary, John the Baptist, and a bunch of other biblical figures you might recognize. But if Arabs had never heard these stories, why is the Quran spending so much time on biblical stories? It even tells tales that were popular among Christians at the time, but not in the Bible, like Jesus making a bird out of clay and then, boom, it comes to life. And get this, the Quran isn't just speaking about Christians and Jews, it's actually talking to them, saying, don't exaggerate in your religion. It even tells Muslims how to interact with Jews and Christians, saying things like debate with them in the best way possible. And we believe in what was revealed to us and what was revealed to you. The Quran also talks about Christian monks, priests, churches, and monasteries. In fact, it says Christians are some of the best friends of Muslims because of their humble monks. It also claims that God has protected their churches and monasteries. Not all the mentions are warm and brotherly. Some stories from the Hadith and the Prophet's biography has him condemning Christians, while another describes Muhammad protecting an image of Mary and Jesus inside the Kaaba itself. Yep, that's right, inside the Kaaba. Currently, archaeologists in Arabia are uncovering some pretty wild inscriptions with crosses on them, some pretty close to Mecca and Medina. The more we dig up about Christianity and Judaism in Arabia, the more we start to get what the Quran was talking about. So, what's the takeaway here? It's time to rethink the world Muhammad was preaching in. There was clearly a decent community of Christians, and his audiences seemed to be familiar with biblical stories. If we really want to understand the origins of Islam, we've got to dive deep into the history of the church, too. Because it turns out, the story is way more interconnected than we imagined.